this video, we're going to discuss chemical reaction. So, these reactions are called chemical reaction. So, carbon dioxide plus water reacts to carbonic acid. So, this arrow which is called produced, and carbon dioxide compound and water compound is called a reactants, and the produced equals to products. So, here's the example. Hydrogen gas plus oxygen gas reacts to water. So this is not a completely balanced yet. So in hydrogen gas, they have a 2 subscript, and oxygen gas has a 2 subscript. Equals. Then how about the other? Hydrogen gas has 2 subscript, and oxygen gas has 1 subscript. So it is not a balance yet. So you need to balance the oxygen. So we need to multiply by 2. So multiply by 2. And the hydrogen also multiply by 2. And how about in hydrogen gas, you need to multiply by 2. So equals to 4. 2 times 2 is equals to 4. And 1 times 2 is equals to 2. Okay, it is a balance yet. So you need to put a 2 here. So 2 times 2 equals to 4. And oxygen gas has 2, so it is a balance. And how about in hydrogen? 2 times 2 equals to 4, so you need to put a 2 here too. So 2 times 2 equals 4, 2 times 1 equals to 2. So it is a balance. Okay? So next, these are the types of chemical reaction: the single, double, decomposition, synthesis, and combustion. So, first is we need to balance the chemical reaction. First is single displacement. Single displacement denoted by A plus BX react to AX plus B. Or X plus BY reacts to BX plus Y. So here's an example. Iron plus copper 2 nitrate reacts to iron 2 nitrate plus copper. So we need to balance that. So in iron plus copper 2 nitrate reacts to iron 2 nitrate plus copper. So in iron, we have a 1 subscript. Copper has 1 subscript. Nitrogen has 2 subscript because 2 times 1 is equals to 2. So in oxygen, 2 times 3, which is 6. And how about there in product? Iron has 1 subscript. Nitrogen has 2 subscript. Oxygen has 6 subscript. And copper has 1 subscript. So I think they're all balanced. And we don't need to multiply by its coefficient. So 1, 1, 2, 6, 1, 2, 6, and 1. So it is a balance yet. So next is double displacement. So double displacement has a AX plus BY reacts to AY plus BX. Example, KOH, potassium hydroxide plus sulfuric acid reacts to potassium sulfate plus water. So you need to balance that. I think this is not a balance. Okay. So you write a potassium here. Potassium hydroxide plus sulfuric acid reacts to potassium sulfate plus water. So in potassium, we have a 1 subscript. K has a 1 subscript. Oxygen has 4 plus 1, which is 5. 4 plus 1, which is 5. So 5 subscript. And hydrogen has 2 plus 1, which is 3. So, and sulfur is 1 subscript. How about in products? Potassium is a 2 subscript. Sulfur has a 1 subscript. And oxygen has a 5 subscript. And hydrogen has 2 subscript. So this is not a balance. Potassium has a 1 subscript here in reactant, and potassium in product has 2 subscript. Oxygen are the same, sulfur are the same, and hydrogen are not the same. So the problem is the potassium and hydrogen. So you need to think analytically. So we multiply 2 in potassium, multiply by 2 here. Then in hydrogen, we need to multiply by 2 too. So 1 times 2 in potassium is equals to 2, and in hydrogen we need to multiply. So 2 times 2 is equals to 4. And how about in hydrogen here? So 2 plus 3, which is 5. Okay? No. Yeah, it's the same. 2 plus 2, which is 4. Okay? So hydrogens become to 4. So you need to put the balance here. So in potassium has 2 coefficient, and water has 2 coefficient. So in potassium has 2 subscript, and hydrogen has 4 subscript, because 2 times 1 equals 2, and 2 plus 2 is equals to 4. So it is a balance. And oxygen has a 5. No, it's not already a 5 now. So we need to erase that. So 4 plus 2, which is 6. Okay? 6. The oxygen now is 6. And sulfur is already a 1. And how about here in product? So oxygen here, so 2 times 1, which is 2. So 2 plus 4 is equals to 6. 6. Okay, I think it is balanced now. So that's the chemical balance. Okay. How about in decomposition? Decomposition denoted AX reacts to A plus X. So example, hydrogen sulfide, sulfurous acid reacts to sulfur dioxide plus water. So in hydrogen, write the chemical reaction first. SO3 reacts to sulfur dioxide plus water. Hydrogen has 2 subscript, sulfur has 1 subscript, and oxygen has 3 subscript. How about the other? Sulfur has 1 subscript, oxygen has 3 subscript, and hydrogen has 2 subscript. 2 plus 1 in oxygen, which is 3. Okay. And then 1 in sulfur, hydrogen gas has 2. So I think it is balanced all. How about in number 2? In number 2, potassium chlorate plus KCl, potassium chloride plus oxygen gas. So here, in number 2, potassium chloride reacts to KCl plus O2. So potassium has 1 subscript, chlorine has 1 subscript, oxygen has 3 subscript. And here in product, so potassium has 1 subscript, chlorine has 1 subscript, and oxygen has 2 subscript. So it is not a balance. Oxygen is the problem. So you need to multiply 2 in potassium, and here 2. And how about in oxygen? You need to multiply oxygen here, multiply by 3. Okay? So 1 times 2 equals 2, and 1 times 2 here equals 2. So the chlorine is equals to 2 again, and chlorine also here equals to 2, and oxygen becomes to 6, and oxygen becomes to 6. So it's a balance. So you need to put the coefficient, so 2 here, and 2 here, and 3 here. So it is balanced. Okay, how about in number 4? Synthesis reaction. Alright, in the synthesis, A plus X reacts to AX. So in number 1, iron plus sulfide plus sulfur reacts to iron sulfide. So iron plus sulfur reacts to iron sulfide. So in iron has a 1 subscript, and sulfur has a 1 subscript. And iron has a 1 subscript, sulfur has a 1 subscript. So they are balanced. So how about in number 2? Number 2 has a sodium plus chloride reacts to NaCl. So sodium plus chloride reacts to NaCl. So sodium has a 1 subscript, chlorine has a 2 subscript, and sodium here is a 1 subscript, and chloride here is 1 subscript. So it is not a balance. So you need to multiply by 2 and by 2 here. So in sodium, 1 times 2 equals to 2. So in chloride is a 2. 1 times 2 equals to 2 in sodium. And chlorine becomes a 2 also. So you need to write the balance in the coefficient. So you put coefficient 2 here in the reactant. And the product, you will put 2 here. So 2 times 1 in sodium equals to 2. 2 times 1 in chlorine equals to 2. And 2 times 1 in sodium equals to 2. And chloride is the balance. So it is a balance. So how about in combustion? Combustion is a CX plus HY plus O2 reacts to carbon dioxide plus water. Here is the example. This is ethane. So number 1, C2H8 plus O2 reacts to carbon dioxide plus water. So there's 2 carbons here, so you need to put a 2 here. and 18 hydrogen, so you need to put a 4. Okay, then 2 times 2 in oxygen, which is 4. So in oxygen, you need to write 2 times 2 is equals to 4 plus 4 times 1 equals to 4. Okay? No, it's a 6. No, sorry. 6. So you need to put a 3 here. So 2 times 2 equals to 4. 3 times 1 equals to 3. So 4 plus 3 is equals to 7. And then 7 divided by 2 equals 7 over 2. So you need to put a 7 over 2 here. Okay? Did you get that? It's already a balance. C2H6 plus 7 over 2 O2 reacts to 2 carbon dioxide plus 3 water. Okay. How about the number 2? Alright, number 2. We have a C3H8 here. C3H8 plus water, oxygen gas reacts to carbon dioxide plus water. So 3 carbons here, so you need to put 3 here. If 8 hydrogen here, you need to put 4 here. Okay? So in oxygen, 3 times 2 equals to 6 plus 4 times 1 is equals to 4. So 6 plus 4 is equals to 10. And divided by 2, so 10 divided 2, which is 5. So the answer is 5. So you need to put a 5 here. Okay. So that's all. Please like and subscribe.